talk to you about the book by Jay Asher entitled 13 Reasons Why. I read the book the first time about 18 months ago when at the same time I read a news story about a gay university student who had committed suicide because his roommate had posted sexually explicit videos of him on YouTube. It rang a bell. This book is also about teen suicide. The character who kills herself is not gay, but she is bullied at school and her reputation is questioned by her classmates very unfairly. She has a bad reputation that she doesn't deserve. Before she kills herself, she decides that she's going to explain why she killed herself, and there are 13 reasons. So she makes audio tapes. The book opens up with a boy. His name's Clay Jensen. He comes home from school and he finds on his porch a box with his address on it, but no return address. He opens it up and he finds 7 audio tapes and a note. The note says that this box is from Hannah Baker, the girl who had killed herself just 2 weeks before. Now, Clay had a crush on Hannah. He actually really liked her, but he was afraid to ask her out. He kind of thought she was out of his league. So he wonders why it's there. When he reads a note, he finds out that each side of each audio tape gives one reason why she killed herself. One person who is a reason why she killed herself. And that these tapes are only being delivered to people who are discussed in them. So he knows that he's one of the 13 people who she thinks is a cause of her having killed herself. He doesn't understand this. He wants to know why. He wants to listen to the tapes, but he doesn't have that old technology. So he goes to a friend's house who collects old things, and he actually steals a Walkman from the friend. And then he goes and he listens to the tapes in all these areas that she discusses, things where bad things happen to her. He goes and he listens. He figures out kind of what happened to her, and he can't believe all these things. He finds out also that there's a second set of tapes, exactly the same, a duplicate set. And that if he does not pass the tapes on to the next person in the 13, that all 13 people will be outed as reasons why she killed herself. They'll be outed to the whole school. And so there's this kind of backup plan that she has. Well, when he hears the tapes, I think what affected me most as a reader is how there was a snowball effect of everything that happened to her. It seemed to me that any one of the things wouldn't have caused Hannah to kill herself, but when you take all of the things together, you can see that that is a reason why she was really desperate, really depressed, didn't deserve everything that happened to her. I think also none of the people who had hurt her by themselves would have thought they were causing her to kill herself, but when you look at the whole group of things, as you get to here, you can see that they really are an important reason why she killed herself. So I like the book a lot for that reason. I think it's a cautionary tale for teenagers. I think it's a good story for anyone who's trying to understand bullying and the effect that it has on people. And it reminded me of this old quote, thousands of years old, from Plato, that basically says that we have to be kind to everyone because everyone we meet is fighting a very hard battle.
Hi, I'm Miss Thomas, and I'm going to talk to you about the book The Future of Us. It's by Jay Asher and Carolyn McClure. They co-wrote it. It takes place in 1996, and it's about 2 best friends, Josh and Emma. They're next-door neighbors. Josh is a sophomore in high school, and he's kind of this laid-back, quiet kid, kind of a skater. And Emma, he kind of has a crush on. She's a junior. She plays the saxophone. She runs track, and she really doesn't believe in love. Her mom has been married 3 times. Her dad moved down to Florida with his new wife and new baby. But before he left, he gave her a going away present. He gave her her first computer. And Josh, in the mail, got a CD-ROM from AOL for 100 free hours of internet access. Now, in 1996, having a computer and internet access in your house was a really big deal. So they decide to log on together to explore the internet. So they load her CD-ROM and wait for the dial-up connection. And this web page pops up, and they've never heard of it before, and it's called Facebook. And so they're looking at it, and they find what looks to be profiles of themselves in the future, 15 years into the future. And so they're going through the profiles, and they're looking at, wall posts and their information and who their friends are. And they kind of realize that their life takes some unexpected turns, and some of them aren't very welcoming. And so they decide to, keep kind of checking back on Facebook. And they don't necessarily like where their lives are headed, at least one of them, and so they kind of make some changes to their present life, and they see how that kind of affects their Facebook future.
Okay.
So The Future of Us is about how your actions today change your future. And if you know what that future is, how does that affect what you're going to do today? If you know this awesome life is coming, does that change how you live in the present? Or if you know that your future is kind of not what you want it to be, do you change what you're doing today and hopefully change your future too? And that's kind of the journey that Josh and Emma take in The Future of Us.